Concordia. We have a lot going for us, perhaps more than you know. While you've been busy building a career, your university has been busy building a reputation for excellence in which we can all take a justifiable pride. Indeed, if the essential prerequisite for international academic standing is excellence in teaching, then certainly Concordia has the credentials to take its place with the best. While our success is obviously an amalgam of many elements, there's no question that a key factor is our commitment to a practical pedagogy. Our graduates, young and not so young, have a definite edge as they enter the fields of business, industry, and the arts, because they've been schooled in the realities of today's world. Showing the way is the Institute for Cooperative Education, one exciting new program in our arts and science faculty. Dr. Jerry Trudell is its director.
Cooperative education is a program in which a student alternates periods of formal academic training with study-related paid work in the private or public sector, so that on graduation he can very validly state to an employer, I have 16 months experience. A student within the Institute for Cooperative Education is giving a much more personalized education in that they are assigned a faculty member called a coordinator. So they identify themselves with someone with whom they come to know on a very, very personal basis during their 40-month study here at Concordia University.
Commerce graduates clearly benefit from the expertise of a staff of practicing professionals who, through the Center for Management Studies, keep up to date by consulting regularly with senior executives in business and industry. Fine arts graduates leave the university with their talents honed by the best art program in the country. And many return for graduate work at the only Canadian postgraduate school of art education and Canadian art history. Graduates in civil, electrical, and mechanical engineering are snapped up by corporations because their Concordia training has been geared from day one to the realities of industry. The driving force is our faculty, a highly motivated and highly respected team bent on turning out the best engineers anywhere. Innovation is the operative word. It pervades every class, every lecture hall, and it's perhaps best expressed in the many research activities in which faculty are engaged and which the world watches with keen expectation. An exciting case in point is the fascinating work being done in telemetry, where Dr. Sal Morgera is deeply involved with an amazing instrument.
We've built a system that's comparable to what we commonly think of when we think of a satellite system. We've built an equivalent system, but this system operates in the ocean, in the water. Part of the system is on the ocean bottom, and the other part of the system is located in a vessel on the ocean surface. We've built it for oceanographic data gathering and transmission and reception of data in the ocean. Other people have recognized that it's an important sort of system for monitoring the acid content in lakes and rivers, monitoring of water supplies, the pollution content, and as use in a military surveillance network. The unit that we've built is the only type of its performance and sophistication probably in the world, certainly in North America. And this was done at this university thanks to a research group consisting of professors and students and the support of the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science and the Research Office.
Right next door, at the Center for Building Studies, another world first is being developed. A new research and educational program for the architect of the future. Dr. Don Collins is one of the driving forces behind the project.
The Center for Building Studies is a group of professionals, and we are in the process of having an integration of architects and engineers, chemists and physicists all in one research group to look at the problem of research in building. Presently, we're involved in a new innovation in the laboratory, and that is the introduction of computer-aided building design to the profession, to the industry, and to the students at large at Concordia. This integrated approach to research is a unique approach in the world. So we are actively getting the industry involved in Concordia for information that Concordia is developing, expertise, etc., and then getting that information back to the industry as quickly as possible.
And there's more. We're working on solar energy collectors, flight simulators, prosthetics, reading machines for the blind, sophisticated radio equipment for the space shuttle, education and media, drug addiction. Mark Prent, a former Concordia student, was our artist in residence for 1980. With numerous international exhibitions to his credit, he now serves as an advisor to fine art students.
I'm a figurative artist, and I work with polyester resin and fiberglass. I tend to distort the figure as an image and place it in various types of situations with objects and often environments. I find that the sculpture department at Concordia is particularly good compared to other universities where I've been as a visiting artist or a lecturer. The sculpture department here doesn't tend to push a particular style of work. And what we try to do is we try to encourage students in their own individual ideas and creative processes.
Clearly, your university's reputation for excellence is well-founded and growing. We have a lot going for us. Perhaps we should add, and it takes a lot to keep us going. To meet the challenge of tomorrow, Concordia must be ready today. Every year, we must purchase new equipment, some for replacement and some for development. In order to attract quality students and staff, we must be prepared to offer grants, scholarships, fellowships. The carrying costs are significant, particularly in these days of spiraling inflation, when government funding falls short of the desirable. And if operating costs are a constant burden, expansion costs are positively staggering. But expand we must. We cannot continue having first-rate people doing first-rate work in inadequate facilities. There are urgent needs for the performing arts. Incredible as you may think it, there is no performing area for music students on the downtown campus. Moreover, there are only 15 practice rooms which must serve 150 music majors. On the Loyola campus, theater students improvise in a makeshift theater space converted from the old cafeteria. A marginal facility in every respect. On the Sir George campus, the D.B. Clark Theater is sorely in need of new equipment. In fact, the stage lighting is so outdated that students cannot be taught professional standards. Our top priority is a new library, which reflects the size, status, and needs of the university community.
The libraries of Concordia University serve approximately 20,000 students and members of the faculty. Our libraries are crowded with users, especially just before exams. There are times when people are sitting on the floor, when occupation is at over 100%. At present, because a great amount of our material is in storage, people have to wait for it. This cannot go on. Service can still only be as good as the facilities in which they're provided. Our facilities are certainly not as good as the majority of library facilities across Canada. The downtown library was not built as a library, and the Vanier Library was not built for the number of students, the number of users, and the size of the collection. It is for these reasons that the university is planning to build a new library on the downtown campus and to extend the Vanier Library. The first plan for a new library was in fact produced 16 years ago. And since then, the university has continued to plan these new buildings. But it is only the last 18 months that has seen the intensification of the planning process.
These are just a few of the needs we must satisfy. And today, if we are to fulfill our destiny tomorrow, time is of the essence. We must begin by getting together now, and we shall. The first logical step is to organize ourselves. Your university is proposing that an international network of alumni chapters be established. Clearly, the very nature of the chapter concept will serve to bring us together so that we can begin the task, this ambitious and difficult task, but one which we will accomplish together. The personal rewards will be great. Not only will you be able to put something back in, you'll take something new out. A great new sense of pride and identity with Concordia. As we begin, it's encouraging to know that we have the dedicated and determined leadership of our new Chancellor, Earl McLaughlin, a dynamic presence whose contribution to Canada's economic and social growth is well proven.
I am indeed looking forward with enthusiasm to this new role. It'll be a new experience in my life and one that I'll put my heart into. I think the ultimate goal should be not necessarily to be a bigger, but always a better university.
Certainly, we can count on Earl McLaughlin. And just as certainly, we know we can count on you. So let's get together now and build ourselves the Concordia of tomorrow.